Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for August 22. Jamaica could soon see an increase in the exportation of agricultural produce and processed foods to the United Kingdom. The industry minister had announced that due to JAMPRA's promotional and marketing efforts during the London Olympic Games, a shipping and distribution logistics provider was identified to handle the export of fresh and processed foods to the UK. Agriculture Minister Roger Clark says there is in fact a high demand for Jamaican foods and his ministry will be linking local exporters with the identified distributors. He adds that the ministry will also work with exporters to address specific issues relating to phytosanitary matters.
We will address in a collaborative way the existing challenges. Specifically, within a short time, we expect increased export in bammies, pancake syrups, cake mixes, pimento, ginger, curry powder, nutmeg, and other spices and sauces.
In the meantime, the Agriculture Minister says a top UK chocolatier is looking to invest in the Jamaican cocoa industry. He says discussions are underway with chocolatier Carbonell et Walker Limited to invest in a local company which will lead to an expansion of the cocoa industry in the medium term. Minister Clark says the company expressed significant interest in increasing its supply of Jamaican fine-flavored chocolate by purchasing a cocoa farm and investing in production and value-added activities.
Over the medium term, this company further wishes to establish a fermentary on the farm or outsource their fermenting process to the Cocoa Industry Board. In the longer term, their intent is to process chocolate here in Jamaica for their markets in Europe.
He says the ministry has already had initial discussions with the owners of a cocoa farm in St. Mary that might be suitable for the investment. The Labour and Social Security Ministry will be disbursing $42 million in entrepreneurial grants this year through its Steps to Work program. The amount represents a 100% increase over last year's allocation and will go towards helping individuals establish small businesses. Portfolio Minister Derek Kelly says Steps to Work participants who are in PATH households will receive up to $100,000 each in grant funding. In the meantime, he says the ministry is planning to increase the number of beneficiaries under the Steps to Work program to add 2,000 persons to the over 4,000 already making use of its referral services. The Education Ministry is moving to secure additional funds for the Students' Loan Bureau so more persons can benefit from the scheme.
The heavy level of delinquency prevents those capital funds, depletes them, and prevents them from revolving to the detriment of newcomers into the loan scheme. Right now, funds are being secured to ensure, with great difficulty, that the applicants for this academic year can be reasonably well served.
The Portfolio Minister says officers of the ministry are engaged in dialogue with representatives of commercial banks and other financial institutions to try and attract private capital into the tertiary education system. He says the ministry is also exploring the possibility of lowering the interest rate on student loans, which according to the SLB website is currently at 9%. And the Education Minister says schools need to sufficiently play their role in ensuring that they mold positive social attitudes and behaviors among students in addition to building their cognitive skills. The Minister says this is critical as the success of education would be stifled without proper social values.
Ensuring that not as an optional extra, but as a central spinal column of education, those children know who it is made them, who it is redeemed them, and who it is that will save them through their lives.
The minister was addressing the Northern Caribbean University's recent colloquium at its main campus in Mandeville. And finally, Industry, Investment and Commerce Minister Anthony Hilton has promised to review the Scrap Metal Federation's proposals for the trade and report to the body by Friday. This follows a meeting with Federation members and the minister at his office in Kingston earlier this week to air concerns about the recently announced conditions to restart the trade in scrap metal. A statement from the ministry reveals that the Federation put forward a counter-proposal to the cabinet-approved concept of a central loading site. They also asked the minister to give a timeline for the resumption of the trade. Minister Hilton described the meeting as fruitful and said his team and other stakeholders would be reviewing the proposals with a view to making a submission to Cabinet provided the proposal meets certain minimum criteria. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.